everybody, welcome to my channel. Welcome back to those of you who are part of my community, my subscribers. It's nice to be here with you guys once again. And if you are new, I'm High Priestess Elif. I channel my message. So I'm going to be doing a reading with a bit of a difference today. I'm going to be channeling loved ones on the other side. But I'm specifically going to be channeling your spirit guides, okay, on the other side, that guide you and govern your connection with this other person. All right. Whether they are guiding you towards or away from, whether they are supporting you during the process, whatever that may be, spiritual guidance and support that your loved one offers you from the other side, and that their loved ones offer from the other side. Okay, so whatever guidance you and your person are receiving from ancestors, from your spirit guides on the other side, I want to bring to you. I want to see what messages they would like to bring to you. What sort of messages would they like for you to receive? What guidance would they like to give you? What is it they'd like you to know about your person? That's what I want to take a look at. Okay, so I'm going to be asking those specific questions. We're going to look at the energy that comes up, the energy that comes through, and I'm going to then describe that to you. You would know in your case how it fits. Okay, so a spirit guide, for those of you who don't know, our spirit guides are those in our ancestry, in our bloodline, who have lived before. They have been in the human form, but they are now in the spirit form. And they intercede and they act as spirit guides for us on the other side. Okay? They're connected to us spiritually. They're also connected to us through through our bloodline, our heritage, in this 3D reality. So they could be, you could have met them, you could have known them before they passed. Could be a a mother, a father, so someone that you knew, and it could also be someone that you haven't met. Okay? They lived long before you were born. Whatever comes through, I will share with you. We are going to be doing this reading pick a pile style. I'm doing 3 different decks, so pick a deck really. And we are connecting with spirit guides. We are connecting to your ancestry. We are connecting to your person's ancestry. We are connecting to whoever guides them in matters of the heart on the other side, and we are connecting to whoever guides you in matters of the heart on the other side. If you're in a twin flame dynamic, you also have twin flame guides. All right, so we're going to take a look at what comes through, but I'm specifically going to be channeling the energies that come through and step forward as loved ones in your person's life, that govern them and guide them and want to basically intercedes for them, and guides them. Not govern is the wrong term, but supports their desires and where they would like to be going with love and relationship, what it is they've come here to achieve in terms of love and relationship, what it is they've come here to live in terms of love and relationship. So our loved ones, we are all soul, mind and body, and when we progress or release resistance and we leave this this 3D reality, this physical 3D reality, then we become pure positive energy once again. We become consciousness, we become soul, we become spirit. We're a stream of consciousness, and we still have access to our loved ones here. And those of you who have been very, very close to on the earthly plane will obviously still want to support you, protect you as much if they can, guide you towards what makes you happy, even protect you from yourself sometimes from the other side. Okay, so those are the spirit guides that I am channeling for you. On your side and on your person's side, whatever comes through most strongly, whichever spirit steps forward or energy steps forward, that's who I'm going to be channeling. So we're going to look at the energy stepping forward. I'm going to be describing that to you, bringing you messages from them, what they'd like you to know about your connection, what they'd like you to know about your person, and how they would like to empower you to better support the connection. Okay? That's what we are looking at. So, I always ask that you guys settle into your intuition. Take a few deep breaths, settle and center yourself. Ask your guides and keepers to guide you, to help you to know if this is your message or not, to help you to know what resonates for you and what is meant for you. Okay? Because it is a general reading, it is for a large collective. I might have different energies stepping forward, but I will translate what I believe is the most important. You will then feel that that message resonates with you, and you will know and understand how it fits. Okay? You've entered a sacred space. The archangels in the north, south, east, and west have their flame burning. I start my readings, as you know, with a meditation, and I open a channel for remote healing in the area of love and relationships. With this reading, I'm opening a specific channel for spirit guides, ancestors, loved ones, on behalf of your person, on behalf of you. Okay? Guys, I just want to thank you all, those of you who support my channel, those of you who support my work. Thank you so much. Everything that you do, so deeply appreciated. Your comments, your likes, your shares, your subscription, your donations, contacting me for personal readings and spiritual coaching. Sending you so much love and gratitude. If you are interested in a personal reading, I just want to say this before I begin. The email is in this description box. That's the only email I use for readings and personal services. Only email I use for bookings. So don't get yourself scammed out there. There are a lot of scammers. I don't do bookings via my social media or my Gmail account. Okay? Just want to get that out of the way. Alright, so we're doing 3 piles. We've got pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. I want you to think about the number. What I want you to do, as I said, I want you to settle into your intuition. A minimum of 3 deep breaths. Okay, for this reading specifically, we want to open the channel. And so I'd like for you to take that deep breath in through your nose. Hold it in your belly for a while. And release out through your mouth. You're going to repeat that a minimum of 3 times, 5 times, if you feel that that is what you're guided to do. I want you to think about your spirit guides. I want you to think about your person's spirit guides. I want you to think about those on the other side who are constantly with the both of you, who have access to both of you, whether you are together or apart, who understand the purpose of your connection and how they hold a pure focus upon that purpose. Even though you sometimes go astray, your mind takes you into different places. And as you do that and you feel that warmth and you feel that comfort and you feel the love, I want you to think about and feel the first number that comes to mind. And if that number is not 1, 2, or 3, if it is a higher number, divide it. So for example, If it's 4, you divide it, you get 2. If it's 5, right, you divide it. That gives you your indication. You round it off, and so forth. Take a moment and pause this video if you need to do that. Otherwise, let's begin. Alright, I'm taking a look at pile 1. My pile 1s, thank you Spirit. My pile 1s. This is a loved one of yours, okay, and I'm just going to share what comes through and you take it as it resonates. Some of it will be for you, some of it will be for other people. Keep an open mind. Allow yourself to be guided by your intuition. Now, this person had an issue with the stomach or the esophagus. And for some of you, this person was very outspoken and very direct. But no one could deny that they were right much of the time, even though their truth came out a little bit distorted. It took people a little bit of time to connect with the truth that they were sharing, and they came under a lot of, it wasn't always easy, but they were very committed to speaking their truth and to sharing their opinion. And that is obviously also why they would want to share with you the guidance on behalf of this connection. Okay, pile 1. You consider this person to be an angel. You know that they are often with you. Okay. I'm feeling an energy of anxiety. I'm feeling an energy of a little bit of fear. And this person is saying, if you would only stop limiting yourself with your beliefs and your fears, you would achieve great things. If you were to stop settling, if you were to stop allowing yourself to remain stagnant in the fear and take the action that you know would lead you to happiness, you would achieve great things. There is an energy of nervousness that they're making me aware of. So there's something that's going on at the moment and you're nervous about it in relation to this person. You're nervous about it. What does that mean? There's fear, of course, but there's also an expectation of things not going smoothly. This loved one of yours is saying that you have had this issue with abandonment come up for you over and over in your life. It's something that has shown its ugly head over and over. This has been something that has limited you because you identify with it so much. You identify with being abandoned. You identify with all of the beliefs associated to that so much. So what does that mean? Feeling unwanted, feeling as though you're not good enough, feeling as though you are unloved, feeling as though believing that at some point someone that loves you and whom you love will abandon you. It's just a matter of time. Now this is a belief, and that's why this loved one of yours, and this is not, so I'm feeling an energy. Look, guys, I can't tell you it's a woman or a man because they are different. It's both coming through. It's for a collective. Okay, but they communicate with me the messages that are most dominant in the collective, even on the other side, in that collective stream. And that's it. That is why they are saying you can achieve great things. The happiness that you are searching for has been in your grasp so many times, but these beliefs are really limiting you. These beliefs, it is your relationship with abandonment. And that abandonment that has shaped your life and the beliefs that you've gathered around that has broken your heart over and over because you are manifesting it. And for some of you, you are in a situation where it is your expectation that sooner or later this person is going to do that to you. This year, this is a loved one that struggled with, there's someone coming through that was ill, and as I said, it's either the stomach or, but there was a lot of discomfort before them passing. Whilst they were ill, there was a lot of nausea, a lot of discomfort, and as I'm asking, they're saying to me, chemo. I'm actually getting hot. Chemo, that's what this person's saying to me. So for whoever you are that needs to resonate with, they are saying to me that even their condition, their sickness, and their passing, they feel as though they abandoned you as well there was this feeling whilst they were going through that and they were transitioning. They could feel that there was this, they were leaving you, and there was once again you feeling this abandonment because they're leaving this life and they're going to leave you here. And the relationship with them is the only kind of the sort that you've had. And so even in that, there's this energy of being abandoned by this person. And this person is saying that they know that when this happened, it's like you were cast into the depth of your emotion, and you didn't know how you would cope and how you would survive. And sometimes you sit and you think to yourself, wow, I really thought I wasn't going to survive that. But then you are overwhelmed with appreciation and gratitude because you actually did, because they've been with you, supporting you through that the entire time. You are incredibly loved, and this person will never leave you. And as you go through this process of wanting to find love, it is closer than you think. Your life is not the storm anymore. The storm of emotions, overwhelming emotions that are so unbearable, which you don't even know what to do with or whether or not you will survive. And the feeling of abandonment is something you need to be ready to release. Remember, it happened, yes, it was a big deal for you, but that's history now. They're in this beautiful spiritual form where they don't feel any pain, where they are whole, where they don't have the limits of being human, of this flesh, of the ego, and they're still with you. And this is what your loved one is wanting to encourage you to do, is to release. Trying to compare every relationship to that one relationship in which you felt so safe. And to remember that that relationship still exists, it just exists in a different form. And to allow this new relationship and other new relationships to come in and to reveal themselves to you as they are and to be enough for you, because you're at a place where you are enough. You can achieve great things. You just need to allow those beliefs and those associations, those negative associations, those wounds that you keep reawakening with these beliefs, that you decided that these experiences define who you are. You are so much more than that. There is someone that has stepped forward, and this message is only for some of you, okay? So please remember, not everything's gonna come together like it's one story. These are different people's stories. I have different people's loved ones stepping forward. So you've got to take what is yours. But this person, she says to me, she's a mother. She's not old. She's not very mature. She's a dainty petite person, and I think she passed fairly young, what is considered to be fairly young. And she's saying she wants you to know that you can trust your knowing and your intuition that this person is not it. And you can still love and respect them for who they are. And you can still allow yourself the space and the time to transition from this. But in the meantime, to be okay with it not being a forever thing. For you to only embrace and welcome from the connection what it is you're getting right now. And not to feel as though there's no value in it just because it's not going to last forever. In honoring it in this way and being ready to release it when it needs to move on, when this person moves on, you contribute to the foundation that allows you to welcome your right person. She says your right person is already there. Your right person is closer than you think. But don't be in a hurry to transition from this relationship too quickly. For now, give yourself permission to accept that it doesn't have to last forever. And that's probably not what's meant to happen here. But you can still honor the aspects that are worth honoring for what it is whilst it is here. And start releasing and letting go and allowing for that freedom so that this person can be free when they need to move on or fly away. Okay. There's someone that is going to come across this reading that is engaged and going to be marrying soon. And they would like to receive this message as confirmation for blessing. And there is an older man. He's not very tall enough, average height. He's got white hair, and he's what one would consider stocky. And he says, so this feels to me like a grandfather, and he says that what have you waiting for? What have you been waiting for? Get on with it already. Everything is lined up for joy, abundance. Everything's going to be okay. You have his blessings. Okay, so now I want to receive messages from your person's spirit guides and ancestors to you in relation to your connection for pile 1. Okay, so I'm looking at So there is a message here for some of you from your person's spirit guide, ancestor, loved one on the other side. You have to choose. You must choose. I'm feeling quite a heaviness around this. I'm feeling some strain in the back. So this could be in relation to the person. It might have been something that they suffered with for a long time or that they struggled with. Or it could be in relation to your person. They could be confirming your person, who they're coming through for. This person struggles with the back. They're saying to me they see a chiropractor. So it could be either confirmation about your person, or it could have been them. So this is the message for some of you. You have to choose. They say to me that there is you in a situation where you are wanting to choose between two people, and you've really been making this choice back and forth for too long. And they're saying, you can't keep doing this. You have to choose. For others, there's a different group of energy coming through with the same message, but saying the you have to choose is what they are the message that they are bringing through to your person. They are saying to you that they want you to know that they are guiding this person, your person, to make a choice, and that you are right in understanding that your person has blocked their path by being indecisive and by being hesitant about making this decision between you and this other person. They want you to know that your person is very conflicted in the doings in this situation. It's not just that they enjoy playing games. They don't. They're really, really conflicted. But this loved one guiding them is constantly bringing them the messages they show me. They bring it through programs that they watch, television. They show it, they line them up. They help them to line up with television shows and things and channels that bring through that message. What they read, what they watch, songs that they listen to. Every possible way that they can, they bring it up. And they even bring the communication to them through messages in which they then have the thought about it. They cannot keep blocking their joy and their progress like this. That's what this loved one is saying. One of them is saying they want you to know, this is confirmation that that this is a father. Someone is saying that this is confirmation also that this is a father figure, but it was actually a paternal uncle, a father's brother who had raised your person. There's a grandmother who has recently crossed over as well. And she's saying that even though it is difficult to do sometimes, remember that he is that well-natured, or she is that well-natured, kind, gentle, deeply emotional, loving person, and that your person does love you very much. She's saying she wants to give you this gran. She seems taller, hair tied up. I can't really describe it, but I mean, almost tied up at the back, and then some of the hair, falls in the front. and she looks like a very, like, she was very elegant and graceful. And she's recently crossed to the other side, and she's saying that she's a grandmother. So this is a grandchild. Your person is the grandchild, and your person was very close to her. And she says that she knows that your person never really expressed verbally how your person felt or feels about you. But before she progressed, and early on, even after that, your person has communicated with her about you, spoken to her about you. She knows and she sees, because she is still with your person, that your person carries you in their heart space. She says she wants you to know that her grandchild loves you very much, and to remember and to focus on the part of them that is so kind and open and loving and so beautiful, and not the distorted parts or aspects. That is what she wants you to know. There is also wanting you guys to know that you've enriched this person's life, your person's life, since coming into their experience. And they're showing me bees, so that could also be a confirmation for you. Bees hovering around your person. And giving confirmation that is how this loved one often shows up around your person and brings them messages and comes and brings them medicine and love, is through that form. There might have been an experience in which they told you about a bee following them or something like that, or where they spoke to you about bees, and this is just the confirmation of that. But they want to thank you for bringing such sweetness, such joy, such love into your person's life, their loved one's life. So there's also the message that this loved one of your person's wants you to know. There's the message that says a lot of change, since you've had this person, since you've met this person, since you've encountered and had various experiences with this person, there's been a lot of change. A lot of change in your life, a lot of change in their life. And the advice is to stop resisting. They're saying to me that a lot of the pain, the two of you blame one another for a lot of things. But the truth is, the pain is attributed to the resistance to change. So line up with the change. See the value in it. Don't resist it so much. And allow your person to change. Don't allow them changing to scare you. There is a lot of well-being here. There's a lot of goodness. There's a lot of joy. There's a lot of honey. Good sweetness. Focus on that. Don't give energy to the things that scare you. Okay? Right. So, let's see. Let's look at what else they'd like you to know about your person's energy at the moment. Wow. That's a lot. That's a lot. Okie dokie. Pick that up. So, I want you to know that your person's energy at the moment is very selfish, very guarded, very selfish. It revolves around themselves. What is going to, they focus on protecting themselves. They're focusing on doing what they feel is best for themselves, which is what's going to cause the least pain and agony. What's going to cause the least turmoil, frustration. What is going to cause, what's going to be the easiest path? What are they afraid of? Because when you are being protective of yourself or guarded, you're afraid of something. They're afraid that their worst fears would come true with you. They're afraid. Their ego is triggered by this fear, and that is why sometimes they behave and show up in a way that you don't like. But that's why this loved one of theirs said to you, remember that they're going through a process of change and evolution. Change is always good. Don't take it personally and don't allow it to trigger you into fear. Okay? Because then that's when your ego is triggered as well. That's also why you received the message about remembering who they are at their core. What is it that their guides are guiding them towards regarding you at the moment? What is it that is happening for them on a soul level? What are they being guided towards? Releasing the things that burden them. I think this is associated with for some of you, that choice that needs to be made. That choice, a choice can really burden you, can leave you feeling burdened, and that is what, and for those of you, if the choice is not about another person or not between you and another person, there is something that they still have in their lives that sort of creates a little bit of a rift between you. You feel like it comes between you. And that's what their guides are helping them with at the moment. And clarity. What are your guides and ancestors working with you on at the moment? What is it that they want you to know? There's something that needs to happen here that you are afraid of. You're afraid of just letting it be. You're afraid of just letting go. If you need to let go of something or someone, let it be. They will come back if they're meant to be with you. If they're not meant to be with you, you will finally allow into your life what you deserve. Let it be. Allow the chips to fall where they may. Allow things to fall apart. There's this fear, there's this message coming through from your loved ones saying that for some of you, you've stayed in a situation for too long because you're afraid of abandonment. You don't want someone else to feel abandoned, and you don't want to face abandonment in another area as well. What the general energy around many of you at the moment is the fact that what's really causing a bit of stagnance in your life, and what is holding you back, for those of you who have asked that question, is a sense of apathy, where you are in a situation that you are not happy in, but you stay because you keep focusing on how you've identified with it. The fear of them feeling abandoned or abandoning someone else if you walk away. the feeling of the fear of being a failure, the fear of making a mistake, or being in a situation where you hold on to the idea of something and you're not accepting that that's not what it is, not allowing it to become its true self, or to evolve and become the bigger version of the connection, because you are holding on to your idea of it. Some of you are watching someone, you are with someone, but you're watching somebody else because that's where you'd like to be. Your heart is there. Perhaps you've not even admitted that to yourself yet, but you feel this pull towards this other person and you're not making the decision because you've been focusing in on having to make the decision so much, and all the reasons why you struggle to make the decision, that it's magnified, the confusion's magnified. You can't even see the blessings in your life. You can't even see the pathways because you're focusing on the lack thereof. You've been focusing on it for too long, and your loved ones want you to make a different choice. Start to focus on the good things in your life, the things that are working, and allow the pathways to appear before you. It'll change your energy, it'll shift your energy to the point where you will be able to then see the light, see the pathway. This is what they are wanting to guide you towards. And you might have found of late that you have found yourself really counting your blessings more. You have found yourself really trying to look at things from a positive perspective more. Because that's what they're guiding you with. For some of you, there's a move that you're wanting to make, and that is what your loved one is guiding you with, your spirit guides, with this move. So if you feel like things have recently started opening up, it's them. They're guiding you towards that. Allow for that more. Where there's a gap between you and this person of yours, to close that gap. But you've got to get off the specific idea of how that gap, how it's going to look when the gap is closed, because it might not look the way you think. It might look completely different. You need to be open to that guidance. And you are being guided, Pile 1, towards abundance in your career, all-round abundance. Closing old cycles. You're changing. You feel that you are changing, and your loved ones, your ancestors, are helping you to do that. Abundance coming in, new opportunity in career, moving possibly, and the flow of money coming in. Okay, and for these pathways to where you felt there was no pathway in these various areas of your life, become clearer to you as well. That's what they're guiding you towards. So some of you can expect, and some of you have already started to receive this, an increase of your salary, money coming in from nowhere, unexpected places. Expect financial abundance as well. Moving into a new house, better place than you imagined, where you might have thought initially, I'm going to have to share. You can afford to get a place of your own that you like, that you don't have to share, things like that. Now, I just want to get messages in closing. Okay, so your person is being guided at this moment in time to be brave. It seems to me there's something they've wanted to do in relation to you that they haven't, because they've been too afraid to do it. And they're being guided to be brave. Okay, so whatever action they take towards you, please keep that in mind. It's not easy for them. And what advice there is for you, just in closing, is that you've been working too hard. You can trust that your guides and your keepers are guiding you towards what is already yours, that you are being guided. You've been working too hard on for those of you who need to make a decision, you've been working too hard on making the decision, instead of trusting that the decision is already clear. You just need to allow the clarity thereof to show itself to you. Be easy about it. Trust your guides and keepers. Trust the universe. Step back. Have fun. Be easy with yourself. Welcome more positive energy. Get out of their head. When you're stuck in their head, focusing on the problem becomes bigger. Start to focus on the positive aspects. What is it that you like about the one aspect, and what is it that you appreciate about the other? Focus on the things that you appreciate, and the right path will just become so clear to you. Even though that might feel like you'll be working in opposition to yourself, you won't be. Be easy about it. Have fun. Be positive. If you are working on trying to increase your income, as I said, they are guiding you towards that and helping you with that, then just stop doing that. Have more fun. Enjoy your work. Don't work so hard to try and up your income. Enjoy your work. The income is going to increase, okay? Line yourself up with the abundance, with the joy. Be easier about things. Enjoy your life. There's a lot of goodness that is in your life right now that you can enjoy. The other things will take care of themselves. You are being guided. Both of you, both you and your person. Okay? So for some of you, the situation is that this person needs to make a choice, and they are being guided to make that choice, to set things right, and to move towards you. For others of you, you're the one that needs to make the choice. And then, as I said, for some of you, there are some of you, or maybe only one person, that is getting married and wanted that blessing and wondering what the future is going to be like. Is it the right time? Blah, blah, blah. There's a lot of abundance coming in. Some of you are in a relationship, but you still feel as though things are not the way they should be or the way you want them to be, because it feels as though your person still needs to grow or get over something or move beyond something. They are guarded, they are in their ego, and you've received advice about that. So as the message fit and the parts of the message that fit for you, you take that. Pile 1, that is your message. Thank you for allowing me to channel your loved ones, and we give thanks to your guides and keepers and to your ancestors who came through so gracefully to bring you these messages. If it resonates and you'd like to receive a personal message, my email is in the description box below. Please comment. Let me know how, if the message does resonate with you, and share with your loved ones, of course, if you believe they will benefit from it. Love and light to you, and I am going to move on. Pile 2. Let's take a look at what is happening for pile 2. We are channeling loved ones. Your loved ones, your spirit guides, your ancestors on the other side, and that of your person. Those who are guiding you in relation to this connection, in relation to love and other things, whatever comes through. Whatever guidance their ancestor, spirit guide would like to give you in relation to this connection, want you to know and understand, and what your guides and your ancestors want you to receive a clear message about as well. Okay, so pile 2. See. Thank you, Spirit. For you, your loved ones on the other side. Okay. So this is a very, very powerful person on the other side. This is someone that was very, very powerful in their living life. They got things done. You remember them as being powerful, as being strong, as being resourceful. And this is a very strong energy I'm picking up on. But also a very loyal friend. So whether this was a parent, you experience the relationship as though you think of them as a friend as well. For some of you, pile 2, especially who this resonates for, this is someone that really looked out for you when they were here. So I do feel like this is someone that you knew in their living life, in their waking life, or in the during the human experience. But they're saying to me that you've come under a lot of attack, and you've had some scary experiences, some close calls, some scary experiences in which you knew something protected you in that situation, because the outcome, you felt you were very lucky with the outcome. It should have been worse. So they're showing me different things. That one is showing me like a car accident. One is showing me a young woman being afraid of being attacked by a group, stuff like that. So I'm getting different images, but what they want you to know is that so for some of you, that you've had these close calls and you've always wondered, how you got out of some of these situations, and you feel very protected and lucky. It's them. They've been watching over you. And I'm getting the message that you need to know that these experiences have still contributed to how you see the world. You feel like you're vulnerable all the time. You feel like you're constantly worried about threats. There's trust issues that they say. There's trust because there's been betrayal with people that you've really trusted. You've been in situations where you've experienced betrayal, or where you've expected people to look out for you when they didn't. This is affecting what you're attracting into your life, because it's become a belief. And that's really something you need to reevaluate. Because there's nothing that you need to be afraid of. That's the message that they are wanting you to bring through to you. There's nothing that you need to be afraid of. And if you believe that there is, then you constantly attract situations that put you in obviously what you expect. And they will continue to look out for you, but you really don't have to put yourself in those stressful situations. The expectation attracts what you don't want. You can replace it with different expectations. And I know I'm saying it in a way that simplifies it, but it is really that simple. And they are saying it's all right to be alone. You're too accepting. You're too trusting, and then it affects your trust, and then you can't trust. But you can't just allow anybody into your space. And if people show you who they are and they give you an indication that you can't really depend on them, then it's better to be alone. You need to be, you want to have all these friends and all these people around you, and you give so much of yourself, but you would be better off alone. And that's the message that's coming through. It's fine to be by yourself. Sometimes it's even better. You are not alone. You have your loved ones on the other side, and there's so much, but you're not alone. So they want you to know, in relation to your person, messages from your person's loved one on the other side. There's a lot of contradictions and complexities between you guys. they want you to know that you are different. You are different. You are unlike anyone that your person's ever been with before. And this boggles their mind. There's so much beauty in that difference. But your person doesn't yet know what to make of it. They're also confirming, there's confirmation about your person that this is someone that enjoys writing you letters or said they would write you a letter. They like writing, either journaling. They're showing me that they're writing, so they could be an author, or they could just be a creative drawing or writing. That's how they express themselves. For this group, for this pile, I feel as though with this pile, there is a lot of energy, spirit guide energy around them, and their guides and ancestors want to confirm to you who they are and want you to have some understanding around why they behave the way they do. But they're not showing me that your energies are intertwined, which leads me to believe that for this group, many of you are just many of you have a temporary passing one another. That's what this is about. You are helping one another to learn certain things, to grow in certain ways. You are two very different people. That's what I'm seeing. And that's a good thing. You've come into one another's lives to teach one another something. But I don't see that there is a long-term or a very, very deep connection here. I'm just going to say it how I see it. Okay, so let's see. What is dominant in your person's energy at the moment? Your person's walking away from something because they've obtained new clarity. What is it that their loved ones are wanting to show them from the other side, or guiding them towards? Letting go, walking away. So they've got a situation that they meant to walk away from, and they're saying to me that you are one of the catalysts to help them to do this, and that's the purpose that you serve. Walking away from something that's obviously not been good for them. Okay, I'm going to pick that up. Yeah, it's been dissatisfying. So it could be a career, it could be a relationship, it could be anything really. But they've not been satisfied with it. They've not been able to find stability in it. For you, what is your general energy at the moment that they are wanting to help you through? Choice. You needing to make a choice. And they are wanting to guide you with that. And I think I've already, for many of you, said it right in the beginning with what they've revealed to me. But there's a new beginning that you need to be walking towards or moving towards, pile 2. How are they helping you with this? You're grieving the loss of something here, and they want you to let go of it. You keep looking back. You keep looking back. And you've got to spend time alone. You've got to allow for the patience and the peace to come into your life so that you can allow the newness. You can't keep looking back and reactivating grief. You're grieving something that you don't realize this, but you repelled it. It's not really what you want. Many of you in this pile 2, this person's come to teach you something. You've come to activate something in them. But that is the purpose of this connection, and you know that, and you know that you need to let this go, and it's time for you to do that now and move on. Okay. Now, let's take a look for pile 3. I hope my video doesn't just stop. Anyway, pile 3, let's see. From your loved one on the other side. So your loved one on the other side was not really a loved one. all the way on the other side. So this is someone, okay, they're saying to me that you've noticed that a baby that's been born either to you or in your family really resembles a lot of their energy. There's someone that you know is like someone that has passed. They have been reborn. A part of the stream that is them has been reborn into this baby's body. And a part of them is still in the spirit realm, but they are here to be with you in a different way. So there's also a message for you Pile 3s that you have a gifting, you have a calling, and your loved ones have passed it on to you, but you are hesitant in picking it up. Lost magic. You need to rebalance, and you need to release your negative association with it. It is your calling. You are being guided by your loved ones on the other side. So for this Pile 3, you guys come from a long line of what we can call witches, a long line of healers, gifted people. It's in your family, and you've not wanting to pick it up, or you've had some fear. That's where you need to focus. Oops. That's where you need to focus. Cards are jumping. And nothing's going to move forward with you in your connection, because they can't allow another thing to take priority in your life and to shift focus from this. The gift is sacred sight. Okay. So this connection is to help you to remember your gift and what you've come here to do. And that's what this connection is facilitating you with. Okay? So this connection, this person of yours that you have in your mind, many of you know that your person is also gifted, spiritually connected. And there is the gift of sacred sight. So your person's ancestor, loved one, is saying they have the ability, the gift of seeing spirit, of having visions, of possibly seeing outcomes and what's going to happen. But it seems to me, they're saying to me that both of you are a little bit blocked off because you're focusing on things that are not important. Those things will sort themselves out. Your purpose, your gifting, what you've come to bring to the world, that's important. Wow, this is interesting. This is someone that is creative. This is someone that's very, very creative. They share their vision and what they see. They capture it through pictures. They can capture the soul through pictures, through taking pictures, through drawings, writing. Whereas you are... You've got to do with the magic in the other realms, you know. I say the deeper stuff. You know what I mean, for those of you who it resonates with. This is really about two people here that are gifted and need to make time for their gifting. And that's what your guides are guiding you, are working with both of you on, and wanting the both of you to see. And their ancestors, your ancestors, are saying the same thing. You are both focused on insignificant things, small matters that will resolve themselves, making mountains out of molehills. That's what they're saying. I'm just the messenger. Focus on your gifting and your callings and what you guys have come here to do, and how you've come to contribute to one another's awakening. So Their guides are saying that they've been stuck in a situation that it's as if they imprisoned, wanting to be people please, stuck in some kind of institution, and they've not been satisfied with it. And they want them to allow that to come to an end. That's what they're guiding them towards at this time. Allowing that death period to take place, for that to end. Whatever the institution is, you know what that is, guys. Take it as it resonates. There needs to be a death and rebirth process, because the two of you are supposed to work together. You know this. This is a very deep connection here. You're supposed to work together. You are both, these are soulmates. You're both gifted and you're supposed to collaborate. You're focusing on the relationship stuff, which is 3D small stuff. And you should be focusing on the energies and focusing on the work and focusing on that stuff. Okay, you guys know what I mean. And everything will come as a result. House, home, abundance, the business, the financial wealth, the financial abundance. Okay? Focus, that's what they are saying. They're all really speaking in unison here for this group. Focus, focus, focus. There is a happily ever after here, but there's something that needs to be left behind. With regards to your person. And you have messages that you need to bring and you need to share with your person. And I don't feel I feel they're downloads. And you're wanting to open up in this way, but I'm getting the energy. They're saying to me, it's almost as if you don't want to seem like you're the one that's okay with the things that you're not okay with. You're giving these small things, and I know for you don't think it's small things, but this is what they're saying, and just allow yourself to keep an open mind. You're allowing these small things to control how you behave and how you show up. And if only you allow yourself to show up authentically, from the part of you that is soul, that is source, those small things will be sorted out. There is a reunion, a reconciliation that needs to take place between you and your person. For many of you, you've cut them out because you felt that you need to be tough. You didn't like what they were doing. There were certain things they were doing in the connection that you didn't like, and you cut them out. But you know by now that there was probably a better way you could have handled things. Focus on the spiritual stuff. Focus on the soul stuff. Focus on the awakening. Focus on the not the 3D stuff, not even the 5D stuff. The soul stuff, that which is infinite. Okay? There is a reconciliation, and Spirit is saying to me, to you, and if you've been wondering, you've been feeling the urge to reach out to them, to speak about the downloads you're getting, to speak about the spiritual stuff, and you don't know if that's going to be the right thing, because you don't want to put yourself in a vulnerable position, because you still feel like you can give this person the power to hurt you. That is a false premise. They have no power over you. It's only your perception that the little things that they do, right or wrong, based on what your ego decides, that is what can hurt you. But if you are in the part of you, if you are in your power, in your truth, then you don't focus on those things. You will then share with them the downloads, share with them what you believe the two of you are meant to contribute to one another's lives, and let them know that you don't have an expectation for them to show up in any particular way, because you're not attached to that and you are not here to control them. You definitely feel the urge of late to speak to them and to share certain downloads and certain things that you've been receiving with them. And Spirit is saying it is time to do that. I do see a reconciliation here, and I see that once you guys talk, everything will sort of be fine. Pile 3, that is your message. Very straightforward and to the point. I trust that you enjoyed this. We give thanks to Spirit, to your guides and keepers for bringing these messages. Okay? And do what is best for you. If you're interested in a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Love and light, and I will see you guys next time. Bye now.